So this is actually an interesting question. I just came up with this, but I wanted to ask you all. The first thing I want to know is how many of you guys are getting a PS4 and how many of you guys are getting an Xbox One? Just write in the comments. I'm getting a PS4 or I'm getting an Xbox One. You can write. You can tell me why you're getting it if you want. If you don't want me to tell you, if you don't want to tell me why you're getting that console, whatever, you know. But I just want to know how many of you guys are going to be getting a PS4 and how many of you guys are going to be getting an Xbox One. I'm just curious. The second thing I actually wanted to know is how many of you guys are going to be purchasing current gen games when the next generation of games is already kicked off. For example, there are two really anticipated and really, awesome looking current gen only games releasing um, when the next generation of games is already kicked off. So I'm just labeling November 15th as the next generation. I mean that's just the PS4 release date, but I just want to label that. The first thing that's current gen that is coming out is, well, I guess Gran Turismo 6 for the PS3. Now I played the demo. All right, I'm so disappointed with it. I don't know what the hell happened to the Gran Turismo franchise. I love that. I just loved it. I used to love it. And now I'm so disappointed. I just don't know how to describe it. I do not know what happened to the Gran Turismo franchise. I used to be a huge Gran Turismo fan back on the PS2 days, but I just don't know what happened. Like the whole... I'll describe more in my end of the generation collection video coming up in October, but I'm just like so flabbergasted as to what happened. I did not like. I tried a demo for Gran Turismo 6 as well. I'm like, what the hell is this? I do not know what happened to that franchise. All right, but let's talk about the two highly anticipated games. The first of which is Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. All right, that is current gen only game. Only current gen, and it's coming out next year, guys, in February 25th, I want to say. I think that might be the release date for Infamous Second Son as well. But I want to know how many of you guys are going to be purchasing, Castlevania, and also how many of you guys are going to be getting Murdered Soul Suspect. Murdered looks awesome. I cannot wait for that game. That game looks great. I'm actually surprised it isn't a next-gen game, but that game looks really interesting. It really does. And I'm definitely going to be getting it when it comes out on release. But I want to know, most of you, when the next generation of games kicks off, are you just going to be like, whatever, that's the current gen games in the past, I'm only next gen now? Or are you guys going to say, no, I have a PS3, I have an Xbox 360, I'm going to get some current gen games because I already have the system itself? I mean, I'm just curious to know how many of you guys are really going to be sticking to current generation. You're going to be still purchasing new current generation games when the next generation is already kicked off. And personally, I am going to be. I mean, I don't want to miss out on games like Murdered Soul Suspect. I mean, that game looks really good. And, just because I have an Xbox One and PS4 doesn't mean I can't enjoy a game on my Xbox 360 or PS3. Same thing with Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. It looks great. Like I said, if I have a sufficient amount of money and I'm all, saved up and I'm all good for where I can actually just drop $60 for a fantasy hack and slash game like Castlevania, then I'll definitely get it. So that was really just my question. But yeah, I also want to know how many of you guys are going to be getting an Xbox One or PS4, the PlayStation 4, and let me know. All right, quick vlog. That's it.